Hi, boys and girls. We're continuing with Miss Yonkers' Bonkers, Chapter 8, Virtual Reality Day. I was so mad I wouldn't even look at Miss Yonkers when we walked into the computer lab that afternoon. Is something wrong, AJ? She asked. Yes, something is wrong, I replied. Your junk food detector is a horrible, terrible, mean invention. She took me outside the computer lab, and I told her how Officer Spence humiliated me in front of the whole school. He took my junk food away and ate it, I complained. I love junk food. I need junk food. Oh dear, said Miss Yonkers. That is terrible. I thought I was solving a problem for Mr. Klutz. I didn't realize I was making one for you. Miss Yonkers was really nice about it. She said she would think of a way to make it up to me. When we went back into the computer lab, I wasn't so mad anymore. Today is virtual reality day, Miss Yonkers announced to the class. She gave us a strange-looking helmet. When I put mine on, I couldn't see the computer lab anymore. Instead, I saw a big green field with a castle. I took a step forward, and it looked like I was walking towards the castle. It was freaky weird. Miss Yonkers announced, Miss Patty, the school secretary, over the loudspeaker. Please come to the office. Oh dear, Miss Yonkers said. I'll be right back. She told us to be on our best behavior while she was gone. So as soon as she left the room, I shook my butt at the class. But nobody laughed because we all had virtual reality helmets on. I went up to the virtual castle in front of me and started exploring it. I thought all the other kids were seeing the same thing I was, but everyone saw something different. I'm walking into a barren desert world, Ryan said. I'm on a busy street, Michael said. I'm in outer space, Andrea said. We were all stumbling around the computer lab like zombies in a horror movie. Virtual reality is cool. Too bad we didn't have laser guns, Neil, the new kid, said. Yeah, I agreed. Then we could shoot each other. Why do boys constantly think about shooting things, asked Andrea. Can't you have fun without hurting each other? No, I told her. Me and Andrea started virtually arguing, but we didn't have the chance to finish because we were interrupted. You'll never believe who walked into the door at that merry moment. It was Emily. She walked right into the door. Ow! She howled. Emily was on the floor freaking out. What a crybaby. I hit my head on the door, she whined. I think I have brain damage. No, that happened a long time ago, I cracked. Some of the kids laughed. Suddenly, Miss Yonkers came running into the computer lab. Oh, dear, she said. What happened? Dumbhead walked into the door, I explained. Miss Yonkers sat down on the floor and held Emily's head in her arms. Then she did the weirdest thing in the history of the world. She started crying, too. I'm so sorry, she cried. I'm still ironing out some of the bugs in the virtual reality helmets. The pressure of this new job in my company is starting to get to me. I'm worried about Speedy, too. He's never been gone so long. It's okay, Miss Yonkers, Emily said. I'll be all right. It's just that I have so many ideas rumbling around in my head, Miss Yonkers told us. There's so much I need to accomplish, and I have so little time to do it. Sometimes I wish I could clone myself. I didn't feel bad for that crybaby Emily. She falls down for no reason every 5 minutes. But I did feel bad for Miss Yonkers. She was a nice lady, and even if her inventions were weird. Chapter 9, The Truth About Miss Yonkers. The next day, we were sitting around the vomitorium eating lunch when an announcement came over the loudspeaker. Miss Yonkers is absent today, said Miss Patty. All computer classes are canceled. Bummer in the summer. At the next table, the girls were talking about silly stuff like the dresses they could wear to somebody's birthday party, how many rubber bands they should put in their hair, why boys had more important things to talk about. I can hang a spoon from my nose, Ryan said. No way, I said. Ryan breathed on the spoon, and then he put the spoon on his nose, and it hung there. It was the most amazing thing in the history of the world. Ryan taught me and Michael and Neil, the new kid, how to hang spoons from our noses. After that, we had a spoon hanging contest. Ryan won because he was able to hang 4 spoons from his face at the same time. He could be in the gifted and talented program like me. I opened the lunchbox that my mom packed. Milk, a bag of peanuts, and apple and carrot sticks. Ugh, I hate healthy food. I can't believe we're supposed to eat fruits and vegetables. They grow out of the dirt. That's disgusting. I looked over at the girls' table. Andrea, said Emily, do you want to trade your stir-fried veggies and fruit kebab for my tofu nuggets? No, thanks, Andrea said. I'm not hungry. Andrea looked all sad, like her dog died or something. What's the matter with you? I asked. Did your dog die or something? I'm worried about Miss Yonkers, Andrea said. What about her? Asked Michael. She's under so much pressure, Andrea said. My mother is a psychologist. She says that when people are under a lot of pressure, they could have a nervous breakdown. Miss Yonkers is a computer teacher isn't a computer teacher at all, maybe, I suggested. Did you ever think about that? What do you mean? Asked Emily. Maybe she was pretending to be a computer teacher. Yeah, Ryan said. Maybe Miss Yonkers is an evil genius who kidnapped our computer teacher and forced them back into the government computer network. Stuff like that happens all the time. It does, Emily said. Stop trying to scare Emily, said Andrea. Sure it does, Michael said. Maybe Miss Yonkers is planning to program all the computers in the world to crash at the same time. Yeah, said Neil, the new kid, and maybe she's tied up our real computer teacher in the secret dungeon in the basement. I think they moved the secret dungeon up to the 3rd floor, Ryan said. I'll bet Miss Yonkers took apart a laser printer and she's going to torture our real computer teacher with laser beams. I said, I saw it in a movie once. We've got to do something, Emily shouted, and then she ran out of the vomitorium. Emily is weird.